One of the things that inspired the film was the fact that I think that I'm older, and the technology that I had when I was young was not here. The cell phones and the computers and stuff, I grew up without all that pretty much. And I'm always amazed that when you walk into a restaurant, there are two people together and all they do is they're texting and they're together but they're separate. And part of what inspired the movie was this together but separate. I guess you can call it a cautionary tale that a relationship needs maintenance and needs to be constantly reinforced. In casting Morgan Fairchild, I was trying to come up with an actress who kind of embodied not only classic beauty, but as a Hollywood star. And Morgan's name just instantly came up between me and the casting director, and I said I would be over the moon if we could, not to date myself by using the term over the moon, but I'd be thrilled if we could get Morgan. And sure enough, we were able to contact her manager and agent, and she read the script and liked it, and she was on board, which was amazing for us. Well, Morgan was great to work with because she was a pro who brought all of her experience to the set. So to me, when I shoot my films in 12 days. So I literally have 1 or 2 takes, and it's really, really difficult for actors sometimes to be able to get the character and get it right on the first take. And she not only came on and nailed it every single time and knew exactly where to be, how to be there, and made my life incredibly easy, but she also took the other actors who were on the set, and some of them were more experienced, some of them were less experienced, and she really helped them develop their characters. And she just took them in and was great to work with for me as a young director and for them as younger talent. So she was very generous in sharing her expertise and her knowledge. I try to make classic romantic comedies. I try to make a film that speaks to a wide audience, young and old, gay or straight. I try to make them as universal in appeal as possible. I also want to give the audience what they want to see, including myself. I want to see hot guys. I want to see a little bit of sex, and I think that that's part of why we go to the movies. That's why we have movie stars who are sexy. So it's tough to balance it all. You know, my partner is always making fun of me that there's always a go-go bar in every movie, and there's not a better excuse to see a hot, beautiful man in his underwear that I've found so far. So that's why I use Go-Go Boys. But yes, it's a challenge to balance a serious movie, a sexy movie, and a socially relevant movie. The production schedule for the movie was about 3 months to write the script, about 2 months to pre-produce it, and 12 days to shoot it, and about 2 months to post it. It's what they call an ultra-low budget contract, so it's a micro-budget film. The film was done for less than $100,000 and in a very short amount of time. But I have really great people, and we work very hard at getting a lot in a very little amount of time. I shoot about 10 pages a day. So I think we've accomplished a really great looking film in a very short amount of time. And I aspire to make a film a year, which is it's a tough schedule, but so far I've been able to do it. As a child of the 80s, I love the 80s movies. Splash, Big, and Mannequin, all those fantasy movies, I used to love watching them. And that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make something that was kind of my own version of an 80s fantasy romance movie. And it was always my favorite film to watch when I was a kid. So I wanted to make a film that people would hopefully think that this was their favorite film to watch, and introduce that 80s aesthetic with a new spin on it to a young audience. My past project was a film called Is It Just Me, which did really, really great in the festivals. It's available on Amazon and Netflix and DVD. My second film, which is this one, is eCUPID, and this is my second directorial effort as a writer, producer, director, and I'm really super excited about it. We've got an amazing cast, and the story really is terrific, and the people who've helped me make the film have been really stellar. So I'm super excited about this film. We have We have our own app, which I've created, so you can go to iTunes on your iPhone and actually buy an eCUPID app, which Morgan Fairchild is supportive enough to have been the voice of the app, and it's a love tester, so you can test your compatibility with somebody. So we've got a lot of really fun things going on. So between the website, which is ecupidthemovie.com, the app, and the success of Is It Just Me, I hope that I can keep making movies and people keep liking them. So that's what I'm hoping to do.